Hello everyone, I'm the Crimson DM, and I have some important news to talk about. Article 13. You know, it's a thing that should only affect Europe, right? And in all honesty, it shouldn't affect Britain, but it still is because Britain's run by a bunch of friggin' goobers. That's an insult to the term goober. But what it will do is it will affect us here in the States. Because every social media site's going to freak out. Now you might be asking, what is Article 13? And if you haven't seen Film Theory's video on it, there will be a link in the description towards his video, as I think it does more justice to explaining it than anyone else I've seen so far. Now, Article 13 is basically making any single use of copyrighted material illegal if you do not own the license and patent for it. So, for example, what I'm doing right now, right this moment, where I am playing a game where I draw pictures and film it and put it on YouTube, that's against the law under Article 13. And not only would I be held responsible for it because fair use would go out the window, so would YouTube. And since YouTube's not going to be wanting to be lawsuited for billions and billions of videos, which would equal, I don't even know, trillions of dollars in debt, they'd shut down before that happened. Now, they're probably not going to shut down immediately upon Article 13 coming out, but they are going to siphon off, they're going to block off Europe from connecting to YouTube, basically. Because that's the only way they could keep themselves safe. And in all honesty, that will mean all of our favorite European YouTubers will be gone. Grian, he'll be gone. Jacksepticeye, he'll be gone. If you still watch Yummy Mash, he'll be gone. Like, all of our favorite European YouTubers will just be gone. Because they won't be able to put their stuff out online anymore. And that's an insult to everything in existence, not just our ability to enjoy things. But it doesn't just stop there. When they mean every single thing that's copyrighted, they do mean that. And that means memes. So if you want to have a picture of, I don't know, All Might with a friggin' All for One meme, that's against the law. If you want a picture of Thanos snapping his fingers as a meme, that's against the law. If you want to have a lol cat as a meme, unless it's your cat and every word is your own, that's against the law. And it's bullcrap. But it goes even worse still, because it will also affect real life images that like real life situations that you don't own the copyright for. So, for example, you see something hilarious happening at Starbucks, like a customer is freaking out and making a big deal out of something that's worthless. Well, if you filmed it and put it online, you just broke the law. If you see something that should be reported, for example, like you see police brutality, and you film it and put it online to defend the individual's freedom and their the fact they got abused, you just broke the law because you do not have the permission of the officers who were breaking the law in the first place to put that video on. You'd be breaking the law to do that. If you see an article in the news and you want to comment on it because you think they did something wrong, or because they did something right, you broke the law. The president does something bad, well, he, she, it, doesn't matter. If they did something bad and you want to report it, you broke the law. If they did something good and you want to report it, you broke the law. Anything you do, if you did not make it 100% yourself and own the full right to it, you're breaking the law. And this is insulting because almost all of my medium is based on stuff I don't own. Like, I make a lot of fan fiction. I love my fan fiction, and I think that there's good merit to it. I love the Dresden Files, which has a lot of references and jokes about Star Wars. Yeah, that's right, Jim Butcher would be breaking the law under this thing. Anyone who references anything would be breaking the law all of a sudden. And it's offensive. It is downright offensive, and you will not see me get political on my channel. Yeah, I have political beliefs. They're mine and mine alone. I don't want to be, flabbergasting them all over the place. But I can't stand by and watch as people's creative freedoms are being destroyed. And the worst part is, this law's already passed. It's already been passed, and there was nothing we could do about it if you're in the States because you don't live in Europe. I mean, what are you going to do? Temporarily become a citizen and vote? You'd have to do that 6 months in advance, I think. But you couldn't. And the people in Europe don't seem to understand what's going on. And I can make my theories and guesses as to why, left and right, all day, every day. But I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simply say that the entirety of the internet is in trouble, and if you think your life is not going to be affected by this, then you're wrong, because this will affect everything that you can think of without even thinking about it. Like I just said, the Jim Butcher's Dresden Files, a really popular book series, is gonna be hurt. Big time. Your news outlets might even be affected. Like, what if you have a news outlet that's actually telling a good story about the truth, and someone wants to hide the truth or something? Well, all of a sudden, the news reporters are breaking the law by recording a situation. Like something as simple as recording an earthquake and seeing people that have been affected by it. Or imagine this. If this law had come out years ago when 9/11 happened, anyone who had camera footage of 9/11 happening would be breaking the law. Them talking to the people that survived it, breaking the law. Them recording the footage of the buildings being bombed, breaking the law. Now, do you think that those videos should have been censored or hidden or stopped? They shouldn't have. We needed to see that. We needed to know what happened in America. Because it was important. It shook our world. Now, no one would have likely reported that one because, again, that changed our country. But it could have been. It could have been stopped. Dead silence under this law. If this law had existed back then in the States, it could have been stopped. Dead silence, and there would be nothing we could do about it because it's the law. That's what's written down. This means anyone who's doing truth reporting, and I don't mean that in some negative way with some bad connotation, but I mean someone who finds corruption in a company, for example. The whistleblower just broke the law by showing information that they do not own. Think about all of the times where there's been a company where sexual harassment happened, and it's only thanks to people that have had cameras and recorded it and put it online and gave it to news articles that kept people safe. Well, you won't be safe anymore. Not with this law. And you're right, it hasn't come into the States yet, but it will affect the way we view things. And the way how is all of our popular social medias use the least. All of our social medias and social websites choose the path of least resistance so that they can appeal to the larger demographic. So this means that Facebook will likely be enforcing this law. That means you want to post a video of a cool cat or a cool dog you saw outside and talked to? Well, if it's not your dog, you broke the law. You want to post a meme that you saw about SpongeBob? Well, do you own the rights to SpongeBob? Probably not. So you broke the law. And Facebook will come down on you for it. And it's going to take time to get there. It will take time to get there. But the more time we don't stand up against this and protect our freedoms, our ability to create, to joke, to be human beings, is more time that we lose in being able to fight against this before it's too late and it falls into the realm of normalcy. Like, I don't make money on YouTube. When I started this, I didn't want to do this for money. I wanted to do this because I want to make videos. I want to make silly videos. I want to showcase video games and spread the knowledge of weird indie titles. I want to share my experiences with growing up with some of these games, or experience bits of other people's experiences in childhoods with games they grew up. Like, I didn't grow up with System Shock, but a lot of people did. And getting to experience that for a little bit was amazing because I finally understood why people felt like it's their favorite game, why it is their favorite game. But I wanted to show it to other people so that they too would be able to understand, like, it's a game that exists. It's got purpose and reason. And I wanted to show how it affected, how it affected BioShock. But me making those videos on that game, it's against the law by Article 13. It's not by American law and fair use, but by Article 13, it is. And that's a problem. A problem that we need to do something about. And I'm not sure what yet, but spread the news. Spread the news as far and wide as you possibly can, please. Because a lot of people will have no idea. And here's a personal story. My mom just barely discovered YouTube. She's never messed around on it before because she doesn't know how to use technology very well. But she just barely discovered YouTube. She can just barely be able to watch my videos if she could figure out how to find them. She can now watch, like, informational history stuff whenever she wants at the touch of a button. But soon, that's possibly not going to be on YouTube anymore, because YouTube might bend the knee to Article 13. But from what I hear, YouTube is, well, they believe that if this article passes the way it's written, they're dead. They're done. There won't be a YouTube anymore. They will eventually have to close shop. And it made me realize YouTube started off as a website made by 3 people. 3 dudes who just wanted to share videos with each other and then spread out to wanting to have other people share videos on their site. And, like, Newgrounds might exist. Newgrounds might get a second coming, in fact. But not after whoever runs it starts getting lawsuits. And being able to enjoy a meme will start having to be on shadier and shadier sites, as it's illegal. Being able to do video game commentaries like this might eventually have to be on the deep web. You know, the same deep web where people kill each other on camera. Like, it'll be more difficult to access this kind of stuff than it is pornography. I don't swear in my videos unless it's directly in the story. Like, I try to keep my material family friendly because I want my nephews to be able to watch things. Because I care. And it's a problem. It is a serious problem. I am very, very concerned about the future, but I can guarantee you this. I won't stop trying to make whatever content I want. If I want to write stories about My Little Ponies and Dragon Ball Z and Steven Universe or Adventure Time or whatever crazy thing comes into my brain, I'm going to do it. I'm just straight up going to do it. No one's going to be able to stop me. And because I want to share out my stories, because I don't believe that any work of fiction is so bad that it can't be shared. I got some bad stories. Like, they're just rough around the edges, and they're not good. But I want people to read them because maybe they can learn from my mistakes. I know I did. And maybe if they can preemptively learn what I did wrong, or even better, learn what I did right, then I've helped someone become a better writer. Or maybe I can inspire them to create a story of their own based on something I did. And that's happened before. And that's always the most amazing feeling in the world. But you know, I am so worried about this, but I won't stop. I will be making content of whatever I friggin' deem to be worthy of my time. I will spread the madness of my imagination out across the internet and the globe whenever I want, for as long as I want. No one will ever be able to stop me. They'll have to kill me before I stop creating, because I am an artist. My first priority is to create stuff, and to create stuff for people. It may not be what everyone likes, but I create stuff for people. And no one can take that away from me. That's who I am. That's what I am. And that's just, the case. I used to be too scared to share my stuff online. Scared that I would get harsh criticism and feel bad. Scared that I wasn't good enough. And I've been able to overcome so much fear by just doing this. So I'll keep doing this. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to raise awareness for Article 13 and how it will affect not just Europe, including Britain and all of my favorite British YouTubers, but how it will also affect us here in the States, as I really don't relish the idea of trying to become some sort of artistic terrorist. And I use that word jokingly, okay? I don't believe it's terrorism, it's more like graffiti. So, some internet vandalizer might be a more accurate term. Or internet urban artist. I don't remember what they actually call themselves, but I love really well done graffiti. They got a name for it. But the point is, I am very concerned and very angry about this. I'm already autistic. Do not raise the autistic rage. My blood sugar levels cannot take it. So, come on guys, let's spread the awareness and let's try and keep this country safe. Keep our ability to create safe. And if you are in Europe, let's fight to get your freedoms back. You deserve to be able to create whatever things you want. Even if you're just making DeviantArt drawings of your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog, you deserve to be able to do that. If you got an OC of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's a recoloring of Sonic with pink fur and purple spikes, which sounds really cool now that I think about it, you're entitled to that and you should feel proud of your invention. So let's let's fight for people's creation. Let's fight for people's freedom. Because if they're going to start here, how long before they tell us that certain things that we create are not correct for them and their ideals, whoever they are? If we don't start here, how long before someone says, oh, you like to create stories that are different than normal people? Then you're wrong, and you shouldn't be allowed to do that. And then start destroying our medium for it. If people did that, we'd never have our good shows that push the boundaries of what things should be, that make us think and make us grow as human beings. And in all honesty, I think I'm running out of steam, unlike this coffee I'm currently drawing. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to fight for this. The best way my crazy little artistic brain can. I'm going to fight for this. Because being able to create and share my creations, even if my creation is just me playing a video game and having someone else look at it, or not look at it, just get it out there. Like, knowing I made something and put it out there is sometimes the only thing that helps me get through the day and helps me find my gooey, chocolatey center. So, let's try our best to stop this. And if we can't stop it, because it might be too late to stop it for Europe, let's do our best to fix it as best we can until we can repair the damage that's been done. And that's all I can say on it. This is the most political I'll ever get, is whenever someone's freedoms are being taken away. No one has any right to take away people's freedoms. Because if they did, we'd never get to hear people. We'd never have people. Just period. At this point, I'm seriously just ranting on. But I want you to know that I will be doing my best to spread the information. I've already gotten across all of my networks, all of my social networks. And, yeah. That's a 23-minute rant. Holy crap, I went on this one for a while. Okay, well, that's it for me. I'm not going to finish this drawing on camera. But if you seriously, like, spread this information. If there's any video I've ever made that I want you to share more than anything else, it's this one. I don't make money on this. I don't get some kind of, like, super ego trip. I just want you to share the information so that we can stop people from losing their rights to create. Alright? And share ideas and just be free. Be human. Okay? So, please, share this. Share this with as many people as you possibly can. This has been the Crimson DM, and this has been me spreading information in a very rant-like way. If you liked it, please comment so that I can get your opinions, and please share. And as always, thanks for watching. Adios.